Hello students, welcome to the course of Mathematical Computations using Python. In this unit 2, we are going to see in detail what is meant by expressions and operators. Expressions is actually a combination of operators and operands. Operators means one which operate on operands, and operands means on which we use operator. For example, 2 and 3 are operands, and this plus is particularly an operator. And combination of these two will generate one expression. And to write a code in a Python, we required all such expressions. Particularly when we consider operators, there are there are a number of operators. The first one we classify is a logical operator. Okay. In Python, logical operators are used on conditional statement which performs the logical and, or, and not operations. Okay. The operator particularly is and, where it returns true if both operands are true. If it means if x and y are true, then it returns you true. Okay, otherwise it returns you false. And in case of OR operator, this is again a logical operator, and it returns true if either of the operands are true. Either one of the operands are true, then it returns a true. And the third one is a not logical operator, and which returns true if the operand is false. So these are the three logical operators. Then we consider the second one, which is a comparison operator, which are we required in mathematics also. The first one, whenever we try to compare two quantities, for example here a and b, then if we try to check whether a is equal to b or not, in that case we use equal to sign. Here, if the two values or two operands are equal, then in that case it returns true, and otherwise it returns false. In case when we try to check whether the two operands are different, in that case we use this symbol, which is not equal. Okay, so it returns if a and b are not equal, then it returns true. And this one is also used for the same purpose, same as this one. Then we have this something like greater than, and this will obviously return true if a is greater than b, but in this case a is less than b, and so it will not, this expression is not going to be true. Okay. Then similarly we have others too also. So we will consider another operator, which is a membership operator. Membership operator is test for a membership in a sequence such as a string, list, or tuples. We'll see in details what is meant by string and list and tuples in next practicals. There are two membership operators, namely in and not in. So this in operator returns true if it finds a variable in a specified sequence and false otherwise. Okay, so sequence means it may be a string, list, or tuple. Okay, then not in, it means it returns true if it does not find a variable in the specified sequence. Okay. There are the next one is an identity operator. This identity operator compare the memory location of two objects. So there are two identity operators, namely is and is not. The first one is and the second one is not. Is returns true if the variable on either side of the operator point to the same object, and false otherwise. Okay. If the objects are same, then it returns true, otherwise it returns false. And is not returns false if the variable on either side of the operator point to the same object. Okay, and true otherwise. So this is other kind of operator which is called as identity operator. And then lastly, we are going to see the bitwise operator. This operator deals with bit to bit performance. For example, if we have A is equal to 60 and B is equal to 30 and we convert into binary, for example, this 60 can be written as 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0, and this B is equal to 13 is converted into this one. Then if we write, for example, A is this one and B is equal to this one, A and B, then it performs operations bit by bit. It means since we have here and, the sets each bit to 1 if both bits are 1. Means here we have 0 and 0, it will return you again 0. Okay, in that case, again we have 0, and here we have second component is a 0, so bit by bit it will use 0 0, and we have 1 and then 0. So we know that if both the cases we have 1, then only it returns, it gives you 1. Okay, so in this case also we will get 0, and 1 0 will return you 0, and here we have 1, and here also we have 1, so it will use you 1, and similarly we will consider this also. So these are some operators, and their meaning is in this table. One may read this PDF file which is available in our course, or it is also available on my website. Now we consider what is mean by order of evaluation. Python evaluates expression from left to right, but while evaluating the assignment, the right hand side is evaluated before the left hand side. Okay, here we have table which indicates the hierarchy. The following table lists all the operators from highest precedence to lowest one. So whenever we have some expression and there is a bracket, then we have to first evaluate that. And then we have this double star, it means exponentiation. It means whenever we try to write this A raised to B, in case of Python we have to write A double star B. It means A raised to B. And similarly we have other operators also. One may go through this table in detail. Now in this last section we are going to see how to handle a text file in the Python. Python supports a file handling, and it allows to handle a file, that is, it is possible to read and write a file along with many other handling options. Okay, so to operate on a file, we have to just open the file, and then we have to read or write something in the file, and we have to close that file. To open the file, we have a built-in method which is open, okay, to open a file, and this function returns a file object and is called as a handle, as it used to read, modify file accordingly. We can specify the mode while opening the file. In mode, we specify whether we want to read the file, or we want to write the file, or we want to append something in that file. Depending on that, we will use that mode, particularly R or W or A. To read the file, we use R mode, okay, so that one may open the file and just read the file. And if we want to add some text in that file, then we have to use mode this A or A plus accordingly. And if someone want to erase everything in that file and write something new in that file, then we just have to use this mode, which is W. And after writing in the file, we have to close that file, so that that will free up the resources that were tied with the file, and it will be done by using this close function, close method in the Python. Now we write a code to open a text file and read it. Okay, for that we must have uh, a text file already in the same folder in which we have this .py file. Okay, so I have created one text file, my text.txt, in the same folder, and by using the command open, and I have given here name of that text file, and I want to open this in reading mode. I just want to read that file, and this command will generate this object or handle f. Okay? And by using the method read, it is possible to read every text in that file. And we have just written here print in bracket f dot read. It will read all the text in the file, and by using this print command, it will print each text in the my text.txt file. Now to append some text in our same file, that is my text.txt, we just open that file but in append mode. Just we have to write here a, and to write something in that file we just use f.write method, and just in a bracket, in a double quotation mark, whatever you write will be appended in our original text file which is there in our folder. And now to check whether that is appended or not, we have to just open that file again in reading mode and just print it, that is print f.read. Now if we want to overwrite the original file my text.txt with some other text, then in that case we have to again open the file in write mode in that case, and just by using this method f.write and add some text here, whatever text inside this double quotation mark will be written in the my text.txt file. So there is no other text in the file now, because it just overwrite everything there by using this text. And now to see what is there in that file, we have to again open in the reading mode and just read by using that f.read command, and print it, so that we will see that that file contains only this one, only this text now, because we have just erased that everything that is available in the text my text.txt, and we have written only this text in that file. Now finally we must have to close that file, and so that we use this functionality, that is f.close, to free up everything there which is open in the space. Thank you.